GSP in positions, no sign.
A daring operation by U.S. immigration authorities in Elabelle, Georgia. Agents arrested 475 employees of a Hyundai car battery factory. All of them are South Korean citizens. All of them were in the U.S. illegally, and all of them will be deported.
Illegal aliens, some not the best of people, but we had a lot of illegal aliens working there. So, look, they're doing their job. That's what they have to do. These are people that came through with Biden. They came through illegally. They came into our country, so we have to do our job.
President Donald Trump is fulfilling the promises he made to voters. Immigrant gangs terrorizing residents are disappearing from the streets of American cities, and the most dangerous criminals are being deported to their countries of origin. Some of them end up in prisons with harsh conditions, such as here in El Salvador, at the Guantanamo military base in Cuba, or at the Alligator Alcatraz Center in Florida, where illegal immigrants are surrounded by swamps filled with pythons and alligators. Lawbreakers are also facing a newly opened prison in Louisiana.
It's a message that these individuals that are going to be here, that are illegal criminals, need to understand, is that if you come into this country and you victimize someone, if you take away their child forever, if you traffic drugs and kill our next generation of Americans, and if you traffic our children and men and women, absolutely there's consequences. You're going to end up here.
Americans finally feel like they are regaining control of their own country after the Democrats' migration madness, which allowed millions of illegal immigrants to enter the country unchecked. Now that the Republicans have taken full control, peace and order are returning to the streets of cities and towns.
Good job closing the border, and I think that he is on the right track trying to round up these criminals that are in the country illegally and deporting them. And that's the biggest thing. I think his biggest success is on immigration up to this point.
The new American administration is restoring security to its citizens.
I have friends too who are in the country without status, but they're good people and they're hardworking people, and that's what we want. We don't want terrorists coming into our country. We don't want child predators and rapists and bad people who are DUI for the 4th time. What is that? That's not right.
In Republican-ruled America, it is the services that deal with illegal immigrants. In liberal-ruled Western European countries, it is illegal migrants who impose their own rules. Not a single day goes by without new reports of crimes committed by immigrant communities. Yesterday, the French media reported that almost half of all cases of sexual abuse of minors take place in the department of Saint-Denis, known for having the highest percentage of immigrants in France. Women in particular feel less and less safe, especially in public places. In Marseille, a Tunisian man armed with a knife wounded 5 people before being shot by police, while in Vienna, an immigrant from Afghanistan brutally raped a 17-year-old girl. And in Montauban, France, an immigrant from Morocco broke into the home of a 26-year-old woman and raped her. The woman escaped death by fleeing the apartment and hiding behind garbage containers. These are just examples from this week. And worst of all, left-wing liberal governments treat immigrant criminals leniently, such as the one from the Middle East who raped a pregnant woman in Glasgow, Scotland. The rape was so brutal that it caused the woman to hemorrhage. A few days after the rape, the woman miscarried. Yes, this immigrant raped a pregnant woman. This immigrant rapist received a ridiculous 12 months in prison for this brutal rape. Yes, in 12 months, this brutal immigrant rapist will be free, while his victim lost her child. Left-wing liberal politicians justify such crimes with shocking research. Scientists from the University of Leicester, paid by the politicians, have determined, among other things, that, and I quote, "the English countryside is too white and needs cultural diversity. And the people, they pay the highest price for political correctness." Unfortunately, with the consent of the December 13th coalition, dangerous immigrants smuggled by the German services are also coming to Poland, and in the middle of next year, the Migration Pact will come into force. The standards of Germany and France, the policy of Herzlich Willkommen, which, whatever one may say, was also pushed by Donald Tusk when he was head of the European Council, is now also prevailing in Poland. This is clearly evident in the actions of Donald Tusk's government, which did not block the Migration Pact and is not taking decisive action to deport illegal migrants. The migration madness, previously known mainly in Western Europe, is already beginning in Poland because the ruling coalition is diligently following orders from Brussels and Berlin.